Hello, this is Cat Alexander, and welcome to my weekly whatever stream of Final Fantasy XIV. And, well, if you hear a buzzing sound in the background, that's just my fan blowing because it's so fucking hot today. Holy crap. It is what it is. Anyway, it's time to do some Hildebrand on my EU alt. The Rise and Fall of Gentlemen. I hear you've been busy as a bee. Dynamis seems half the whispers. What come may my way relate to your comings and goings. Be an active type you are. Reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? Damn straight. Let me guess, a drag queen story time needs murdering? Before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildebrand? Oh, that. Yeah. Yes, I have. Oh, wait, you don't mean to say you knew the bugger? I know he thought himself famous, but thinking it don't make it true. Shame that he'd go and get himself killed. All that nonsense about stopping Dalamud himself. What in the seven hells was he thinking? At least it was mercifully quick. Still, judging from the depth of the crater, he must have fallen from an unfathomable height. Gods only know what was going through his mind as he watched the ground rush up to meet him. Ugh. Amazing how well the body was preserved, though. Hells, it's amazing there was a body left to bury at all. I had reason for bringing this up. Alright, so, Nashu, Hildebrand's erstwhile assistant, has become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, bit daft, but sweet nonetheless, so when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. So if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lend her a hand. As for where to find her, she's like to visit Hildebrand's grave in the Lich Yard when she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first. Okay. Rise and Fall of Gentlemen. Time to head to Camp Drybone. I love the Hildebrand quest lines. These quest lines are so hilarious. Hell, I was thinking that I was watching, I think Matt's his name, can never remember. Oops, wrong button. Not roulette. But yeah, I think Matt is his name at Bellular Gaming and Bellular Warcraft and all that. And he was doing a video about what has WoW learned from FF14. And I think what WoW has learned from FF14 is that WoW's A plot is more like Hildebrand and its B plots are more like the MSQ instead of the reverse. They just doubled down on that. In other words, the main story of WoW is meant to be silly, goofy, and retarded, like Hildebrand. Whereas the main story is meant to be Final Fantasy XIV is meant to be grim, dark, meaningful. I'm just saying Final Fantasy XIV and WoW are mirrors of each other when it comes to storytelling styles, and it should stay that way. Shadowlands was a mistake on that front. They went too grim, too dark, too metaphysical, too FF-like, but they had no idea what they were doing. Stay in your lane, bro. I bet, and I hope Dragonflight will be more like Hildebrand and less like the MSQ, if you know what I mean. Based on that critique. Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me? Yeah. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nashu. Agent of Inquiries. Extraordinary Inspector. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildebrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. Save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down, and he... Uh-oh, echo's kicking in. Time for a flashback. This is all a joke, a big funny joke. Right, Inspector? Any moment now, you'll burst out of the ground, shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and laugh. Hildebrand Manderville, beloved son. They say no one remembers the Warriors of Light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. Yep. Thank you for that, Louis Soir. But I remember you, Inspector. No, gentleman hero, Hildebrand. I could never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. And she's digging up his outfit. That's nasty. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. Or, actually, I don't think she dug up the outfit. No. Never mind. I think she just had one on her. It just looked like she was digging it up. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Fortunately, I don't know where he is, or how to find him, but now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you could try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in southern Thanaland, you might find them. Then you could, you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. Dapper zombies. We're going here. Let's go. Dapper zombies. You're about to understand why these quest lines are so goddamn hilarious and ridiculous, and I love them. Why I'm hyped for 6.2.5 more than I am for Nax in Wrath Classic or Dragonflight. Hell, to be honest, I'm more hyped for Hildebrand than I am for more MSQ. 6.3, I'll do it on release. I mean, 6.2.5, sign me up. More Inspector Hildebrand. I love stupid, over-the-top, silly, and campy stuff. One of the reasons why I actually like Disgaea as a game series. I just love silly, stupid, over-the-top bullshit. And to be honest, I think that was what WoW was missing in Shadowlands. There were plenty of silly moments in WoW. It's just they try to be serious and brooding and we gotta be serious to compete with FF14, not realizing that the best way to deal with, the plot is just to be silly. Dapper zombies, they're posing. Begone, villain, leave the gentle dead men in peace. The gentle dead men. And it's time to take on dapper zombies. Oh, this is hilarious. You are neither a gentleman nor a zombie. Do not disturb our practice. Do not disturb your what? I know what's going on, but I still, even That was my first thoughts playing this. Like, you're what? You're what? What is going on? What is going on? And then I found out. Hilarity. Hilarity is going on. Oh. You're neither a gentleman nor a zombie. Oh, this is... I'm laughing about shit that hasn't even happened yet. That's how funny this is. Oops. Get out of the way, Amalja. Really? Frickin' flaming beacon. Get the hell out of my way. Stop attacking me. Trying to negotiate with dapper zombies who don't understand. Yeesh. You and your serious B-plots, I swear. Get the hell out of my way. I feel so cultured. I feel so refined. Oh. This is hilarious. Am I a gentleman yet? What? Participate in fate. Fallen corpses writhe in style. Show the curious parchment to Nashu. Okay, where is she again? Oh yeah, back at the Lich Yard. Teleport. Oops, wrong button. Now to roulette, let's go. Let's talk to Nashu. Did you find the zombies? You did! That's wonderful! I've been busy too! The head zombie will rue the day he meets me, you'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Sagoluli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south. And look, there's something written here. A gentleman is, rather than does? That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward to the Sagoli. Okay, back to the Forgotten Springs. I was thinking about doing all of Hildebrand tonight, but I realized I streamed for 7 hours yesterday, which I don't want to repeat. And 2, Dad's waiting for me to catch up to him in Wrath, so I'm going to have to... I'll just finish A Realm Reborn today. The A Realm Reborn Hildebrand stuff will be finished today. Dad wants to do dungeons, and I'm not there yet because I was playing Final Fantasy IX for 7 hours. Or should I say 10 hours that I was grinding. Actually, it was more like 12. The point is, I played a little too much Final Fantasy IX, and he's mad now. It is what it is. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace, and when the leader shows himself, we strike. A gentleman is, rather than does. Who summons the gentle dead men? Oh, that's not her, sorry. Who summons the gentle dead men? They live, and we hunger. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Spare these two fair ladies your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look! It's a bird! No, it's an airship! No! It's the inspector? We hear and we obey. It is you! It really is you! I knew nothing had killed the great Inspector Hildebrand! Hildebrand? Who is this Hildebrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, devourer of brains, undead overlord extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord, you're a gentleman inspector. It's Inspector? Overlord? Inspector? Overlord? Oh, Inspector, you're just confused as all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours. Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. She does. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of the blast is more likely to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. See, even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... death. I love this quest line. By the way, all of this is canon. Yep. All of this actually happens. It's not a silly what if or funny tale. It's canon to the plot of the game. Normally, I would have applauded your ingenuity, Noshu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me. Inspector Hildebrand remembers me. Yes, yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. Here we go. Okay. And he comes out of the ground. Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon, and... he was sleeping! What is this place? And for that matter, who am I? Yep. And that's how he thought he was a zombie. Understandable. I mean, he should be, but he's not. He's alive. He's lived through all of this shit. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine lady be? Could she perhaps be one of my many Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm, this ringing in my ears? This dizziness? Could it be a case? Ooh, we got a case on our hands. Let's go. Verily, it could not be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand and variable heat. Aha! The Sagoli Desert, I'd bet my life on it. Which means Ul'dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigative sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildebrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Back to Ul'dah. Okay, time to question some people. Oh, I might as well just get this thing out of my inventory. And it's not part of the quest, but it seems I need to do it to unlock some shit. Fine, whatever. Yeah, and I'll give that to Urianger later. Right now, we have a case! Just want to get that off my screen. Beg your pardon, you wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running about town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mythful Eye? I do not consult with perverts. That's harsh. He's not a pervert. He's just a guy who should have died long ago. But he's too stubborn to die. What? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander who likes to catch criminals? I think I remember a thing like that. You do manage to find this inspector friend of yours. Tell him to do something about that goddamn duelist. Me mate, pa's cousin, kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that best. Yeah, I'm getting Spaceball vibes already. Sorry, lass, but if it's information you want, you be best served by going to Wyman. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist, or so I hear. When you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... yeah, you're a thief, technically. I mean, at least in this civilization. Time to talk to Wyman again. I take it you dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wyman. Hey, Wyman! The almighty bugger me with a bleeding spear. The dead have risen and they're walking the streets of Ul'dah. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true, he's not a zombie. I checked. You do seem to be hale and healthy, which, begs the question, how in the seven hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that his champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable. I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wyman is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden, what said her most. This knave assaulted a young woman as well. The audacity I should fly to our side at. Why, if it isn't the lady from the Sagoli. A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Capital, it will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. Damn it, Hildy, I ain't told you the lass's name yet. Yeah. That's her. Okay. Well, Dynamis, you might as well go after him. I'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weavers Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspecting, Inspector. Fine, I'll solve the case. Someone has to solve the case. I mean, after all, Inspector Hildebrand will be lost without his assistant. You can already tell the goofiness of this plot line. I fucking love this. Okay, time to teleport down here. Head to the Weavers Guild, which is down here, I remember, because on my main I've been leveling professions. Or, well, profession jobs. Disciples of the Hand of Land. You know, professions, jobs, same thing, different game. My beloved pure heart was unlike anyone you ever seen. Elegant, refined, a perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call, and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What in the world? I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinary, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens for your pure heart. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Theft, sir, to be precise, my pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day after I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Colosseum. I realized it was gone. So the time and location of the theft are unknown, essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fateful day's excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries. Okay. To Sunsilk Tapestries we go. Steps of Nald. Let's go. Run for it. Time to head through here, and there we go. Come on, load already. Thank you. And around the corner. Good. Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist, I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress, when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse, in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum and see what you remember. Anyway, time to speak to Hildebrand at the Colosseum, I guess. Let's go! There we go, let's talk to Hildebrand. Conspicuous crates! Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse. In shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 60 ponces, which is pounds, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. 120 pounds? Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman. Oh, wait, 60? Oh, 120 pounds. Shit. I was just reading, not processing. Shit! Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. There sure are a lot of giant crates in Woldall at the Weavers Guild, and that's some silk tapestries in here, too. What's up, Nashu? These crates are everywhere, Dynamis. I wonder what's inside, but I don't see how we can open. Ah, of course, I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun. Okay, not that. I want the explosives. Now choose the lights. Destroy the suspicious crates. Really? They're using the solid snake method on us, huh? At the heart of every crime rests a single, unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and a man. Resenting her prowess while recognizing his weakness, he carries out the more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the Pure Heart. Spectre, we found the Pure Heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. It's not what you think. We're not thieves. We're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep us safe from harm. Should you misplace an item from time to time, we collect it. For safekeeping, nothing untoward. You deviants were behind all the thefts? All this time you've been stalking me. What nerves? Ah, such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Goddess, devotees. Ah, but of course, that I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the rash of recent rash of weapon thefts, as those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons and boxers were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildebrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume. Looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist victims? I'll introduce you with pleasure. You would be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Huh? Where the bloody hell do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet! Yep. Okay, Ellie. I suppose, since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. Wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. Okay, time to head to Camp Drybone again. And ride. Let's go. Whew. Let's talk to Humphrey. I am Humphrey, and you are... Oh, there they are. At last I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist. Me, a victim? Nah, how amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago. Where he thought to find the whelp. He found the warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing. Well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartheno. Magitek to the right of us, Magitek to the left of us, stuck in the middle with Master Lu. We were, he was the dab hand with the old magic he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can... That man is no warrior of light. Tell them, Eleazar, tell them how he lost and surrendered a soul that was not his own. Last scoundrel, I trusted that bastard with me father's blade. Bid him take it to the smithy for restoration. Even gave him the gil to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back and sniveling and begging for forgiveness for losing it in a duel. And if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding whoreson. Look at me, my flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. Swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. Alright. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the gil to pay the Chirurgeon. I have no idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Eleazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Good point. Won't help anyone. Besides, we can stop the thefts if we find the sword. Geek swords? Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. Traveling merchant Joe Jumpa is the one you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. Lulo? That boy should be ashamed of himself, robbing poor Eleazar of a priceless family heirloom. Just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, the lot of them. may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Elazar a counterfeit blade. If deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Yeah, and also, I'd like to point out, I am not the warrior of light, I'm a warrior of darkness. You can trust me. Elazar's sword wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. Let's talk to this person over here. Dojumpa. There we go. Right, I have no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see anywhere, so I determined to be of dubious origins. I immediately discarded the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you described. This presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honorable man like Elazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put this off at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue the search for the genuine article. Well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. Tis, you should endeavour to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie, like me. I say we search the spring first, before declaring all to be lost. Okay, let's go. Let's search that spring. Almost made it. Come on, land. There we go. Let's talk to Hildebrand. It occurs to me that I am not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Not without first coating it with a liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Indeed, on many an occasion my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? And you could assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. Okay, coat him in salamander oil. Ah, this comforting scent, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh. Massage Hildebrand. God, the pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently. Oh gods, yes, at last my muscles slacken and soften, the warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure. Right there, yes, keep doing that, just like that, just, yes, now once more with feeling. Okay, let's do it one more time, at least. Ah, never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good woman. Let's check. And she's falling asleep again. Yeah, search the spring for anything of interest. Holy pot. Let's check this muddy bottle. Let's talk to Hildebrand. Doesn't seem to be anything here, unless you found something. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? A worthless bottle, a useless rock, and an irrelevant potsherd. No sign of the soldier Jumper mentioned, I see. Ah! Now I'm all wet. What was that, anyway? Did something cause you to... She found the sword. Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. Then I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of... Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Ul'dah and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Eleazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Eleazar's woes will be no more. Time to report to Eleazar. If you're wondering, like, what's so funny about this? It takes a while to warm up the Realm Reborn one. Let's just say the Heaven's Ward onward, it gets funnier and funnier. By the time you get to Endwalker, you're just... It's absurd. And time to head inside. Dismount. Get off my Yol. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. God bless you, sir. I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. Just common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I brought your change of clothing. I also bought the supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me that case. Someone's staring in. Whoa! Okay. Calling card! Inspector Hildebrand? There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No, you. It's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. That face. A challenge? For me? Ho, at last the curtain rises. Very well, if I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. Whoa! That hair tonic is potent. Okay, now it's getting good. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, accept your challenge. He's incredible, so bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. is exceptionally something. Cool, Inspector Hildebrand, you look amazing! That's hilarious, his hair is back. Hildebrand. The duelist is still out there. This is far from the strongest of swords. It's Gilgamesh! Woohoo! Gilgi! Blue skies in the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Gilgamesh. We get a title card. Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the blade. With my, let us call it what it is, genius, I shall bring you to justice. Wait, you wish to duel with weapons, not wits? This bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle. Hildebrand will return in the later Realm Reborn patch, which has already been released because we're at Endwalker. Let's go! Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of... no, it's gone. Never mind. Okay, let's go. The science of deduction. Perchance you are curious about a duelist declared target. If it so happens, I have identified the weapon in question. The Treaty Blade is part of an Ishgardian noble's collection. Or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by an Ul'Dawn collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I would be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I not to investigate her. And should the duelist strike whilst I am present, well, I hope I need to explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though. I am told she is a difficult woman to please. Recording error? What is going on? I'm going to end stream. I'm having technical difficulties. I'll just abandon this entire quest and I'll do it, well, tomorrow. Damn it! Just getting to the good part. Okay, in the stream, I'm not even going to raid anyone. I need to